Hi everyone, I'm Ishan from Fun FTC, and we're here with Team 5064 Aperture Science from North Carolina. They got an awesome robot, really simple, a lot of go builda, really fast. They were one of the highest ranked teams here after day one of qualification matches at MTI. Let's see how their robot works.
Giving you a voice.
Making it loud our own way.
Welcome to the fun.
We would like to thank our friends at Stryker for supporting Fun so we can continue to make content for you. Stryker makes some of the most revolutionary medical equipment and is a big supporter of FIRST and its participants. If you are looking for an internship or career that supports you being in FIRST, check out careers.stryker.com to learn more. If your team or organization is hosting an off-season event, did you know you can stream it right here on FIRST Updates Now for free? Events that stream on FIRST Updates Now receive an additional 25 to 100% additional viewership because we help you promote your event on a large platform. If you're interested, reach out to us on any of our social platforms, on Discord, or send us an email at admin@firstupdatesnow.com. Let's get your off-season event streaming on FIRST Updates Now. Hurry, dates are booking fast, and we take first come, first serve for all our events.
So starting off, can you tell us a little bit about your intake? You got a vertical motor here, some treads. Let's hear more about this.
Yeah, so these are actually cut up gecko wheels. So we started out with gecko wheels, but they just weren't like gripping enough. And this actually behaves a lot like surgical tubing. As you can see, these aren't connected. So it's essentially just a bunch of little bits of surgical tubing. We also have this shield here. This is for autonomous. When we go to pick up the starter stack, if it's 4 rings, this will push the top 3 rings off, so then we can pick it up more consistently. It's just a piece of Lexan. Yeah, and then we just suck it in here, and that goes to our transfer. Yeah.
Awesome. Want to talk about your transfer?
Yeah, sure. I'll talk about our transfer. So basically we have 2 more rows of gecko wheels. These ones aren't cut, they're just normal. And we basically press the rings up against the gecko wheels and the side plate. There's plates right here. So it forces it upwards. It then hits this little flap here, and it comes right down to wait right here.
Great. And so it'll come sit on top of the flap, or how does it sit?
No, it just hits underneath the flap and then sits underneath the flap right here by the servo here.
Cool. And how do you load it into your shooter then?
So after here, do you want to talk about that?
Yeah. Okay. So once it comes through,
can you show us with your robot actually? Just show us it intaking. So that picks it up and it sits right underneath that flap. And then what happens after it gets into that flap?
Then we have a servo right here that'll shoot it out. Do you want us to shoot it?
If you want to.
Sure.
Mr. Eastman, watch out. Great, so it's got this little servo that'll push it over.
Yeah.
Awesome. And so you got the skateboard wheel. Do you want to talk a little bit more about how the skateboard wheel works?
It's actually a scooter wheel. Yeah. But we had a different wheel before. It was 3D printed and had some grippy material around it. But it was a bit uneven. Like, we'd had it for a couple years. It was just something we found in a box. And so we decided to change it to this because it was much more smooth and there wasn't really any bumps in it or anything. And I think it's worked out pretty well.
Yeah, and so you've got one of the fastest shooting robots here on the field. What are some software stuff that you do to help out your drivers when you're driving around?
So for the most part, all of our movement in the teleop period, that's all Pippa's work. It's just hours and hours of drive practice to get it all done. For the yeah, I don't really have much else to say there. Tim, how do you think it's something?
Yeah, we do have it. We have this automated. We have the indexer bit automated, so it'll shoot 3 in a row after the amount of time that we've determined it takes for a ring to fall. And that way we don't have to click. At the beginning of the year we had to click the trigger each time, and that was good, but it limited our speed because it was based on how fast the driver could click the trigger. So we just have it automated now.
Awesome. And looking into the line selection, what are the sort of things that you would look for to pair well with this robot?
Well, I believe we're going to talk about this right after this interview. So we're pass-through bot. We think we've been able to do pretty well. We were pretty vulnerable against defense. You can watch our matches with Wizards.exe and see how intense those were. So it might be helpful to get someone who could help us out with that, either in defending the other team or just taking some of the pressure off of us. Yeah, I mean, shoot a lot of rings or stop people from shooting a lot of rings. And we'll look more into that later tonight.
Awesome. Nice robot right here. Thank you all for coming on the show earlier this year as well. That's going to wrap up this Behind the Bot interview. We'll see you next time.
We would like to thank our friends at Stryker for supporting this video. Stryker is looking for current and future FIRST alumni to join their internship program, and FIRST mentors who are looking for a great career with a company who actually supports their FIRST journey. Go to careers.stryker.com to learn more. You can also directly support Fun by joining Fun Nation. Click the join button, and just for a few bucks a month, you'll unlock special perks and directly support us so we can keep making great content. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to stay up to date on our new videos. Keep the conversation going and provide your input to our content. Watch our live shows at twitch.tv/firstupdatesnow. Join our Discord at discord.gg/firstupdatesnow, and check out Fun FTC on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and First Updates Now on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter.